Guys, I'm Rhett Newmayer. I own Demonstrated Concepts. I do this kind of training, so whatever the firearm platform, teach you guys how to run it well. Some of you guys have seen the video that I demonstrate the deep concealment draw with the Enigma platform that I'm running right now. So the Enigma chassis, that's what I've got on. I figured I'd do a video showing the features of that setup, and I'll show you the rig and how I actually have it configured. So what I'm carrying today is an LCR. I also carry a 365 in the same configuration with a 15 round mag, so not the short grip, but I can do it with either. Big guns, small guns, also with like the rounded revolver grips versus the standard sharp edges of the autos. The deep concealment technique works with everything. Here's the big thing that has to happen. It works because I am setting my pants up so that the pants are right almost even with the grip. The grip is not that far below the waistline. And I'd say the grip is putting pressure on the midline of this belt. So I can't hike up the pants too far because the belt will collapse over and hold the pants to my waist all the way around. What I want is that belt and pant to be pushed away from my body just a little bit by the grip. So what I get is an area where it's really easy for me to dive 3 fingers into the belt line. There's a little triangle of space there that allows me to do that. Doesn't take much. It is extremely repeatable when you figure that out, and that's why I can get those like roughly 1 second draws from that deep concealment. Now, is it easier to draw a gun that doesn't have anything over it? Well, obviously, yes, it is. And if you are in an environment that gives you concern enough where you want that option, and you don't want to have to dig those 3 fingers and bump over to get that grip, it's really easy, guys. If you're going for deep concealment, 3 fingers in, touching the butt of the grip, and then you bump over, establish your 3 fingers and draw. If you are in that deep concealment and you decide that it's time to have your options best available to you, hands go in pockets or a hand, and all I'm doing is this, guys, real subtle. And in that motion, that happened. So that is an extremely fast presenting draw. And then if that moment passes, then all I have to do is that subtle adjustment and we're back. So deep concealment, and dude in the gas station is acting like he's gonna get at me with an iced tea. There. And then I understand that he's actually trying to world star the dude who is in front of me in line, then there. Really fast to shift between those positions. This also works for daily life, guys. If you're driving, hiking that holster up is more comfortable in some positions with some seatbelts. And if you're sitting for prolonged periods, it is also comfortable to hike that up if you are working out. So for me, I rarely change clothes to go sneak in like a 15-minute lifting session. So I find that this deep concealment also gives me maximum mobility. Very comfortable for me to go into a full ass to grass squat here because when you have it in deep concealment, it's not bound to the belt. The belt isn't exerting pressure inward on your body from the holster. It's the whole chassis drifts under and is just giving your junk a nice hug. It's not compressing or pinching, it's just a little comfort touch, a little support in your lift. So that's how I do that, and even after doing those motions, you can see the gun doesn't move from that position. So really easy and really nice option to have for you guys who are, well, for Craig's people, if you're one of us, like one of the ShivWorks followers, I see a lot of value in denying someone access in this system, right? Ain't nobody gonna get this gun off of me, like, period. I have to give access when it's like this. So those are pros. I think it's there. If you're carrying like a, I don't know, competition length 1911, you might run into some troubles and real estate issues there. But if you're carrying a reasonably sized gun, I don't think so. So those of you in the comments who are saying I must not be well endowed or whatever, you know, it really doesn't come into play, guys. There's plenty of room down there for this to live. The genes and selection of genes are always more of the comfort issue than riding a gun on your pelvis. All right, so how is that set up, and what do I do to set up? Well, I have one factory mod on this. I've gone to the small buckle because the large buckle, in some instances where it sits right here, can create just a hard spot where I go to, specifically when I'm lifting. But small buckle, and then I have a very ghetto cover on this that allows all of the sharp bits to, well, it keeps them off of me. So let me take this off and I'll show you how I have it configured. So there you go, guys. I know that the papoose is a thing. They sell it. Genius work there. Tried to buy one. It's out of stock. So I'm a tinkerer. This is an old sock that I've cut the toe out of, threaded over the holster, and then when it's heeled down in the holster, so this is the crook of your ankle right here. Center it over the holster with the gun out of the holster, and then you can cut a small opening for that to fit in there, and then a small opening to pass your leash through. That is how it's sitting. Now, as far as all the attachment points go, you can see I'm running off of the end and also running off of the end in the most buried position. That's more body type than anything. I think you could take anything that comfortably fits you for a standard rise appendix carry and just loosen the belt up and let it sit lower. Let this belt ride right beneath your belt line, and you can accomplish the same thing with deep carry. So if you guys want to see more of this stuff, remember decon_training on Facebook and the gram, Demonstrated Concepts LLC, YouTube, Graham, come see me for a class. We'll work on your draw.